If you are making smoked turkey, or you just want to make an easy, delicious turkey gravy from scratch, you've come to the right place. This turkey gravy can be made with or without drippings, and both ways are delicious. We're going to start by making an intensely flavorful fortified stock. I'll begin by browning the backbone, neck, and giblets in butter for about 5 minutes. I remove the backbone by spatchcocking the turkey, and I'll leave a link in the description with a video on how I do that. If you don't have the backbone or neck, you can use bone-in chicken pieces like thighs, legs, or wings. As a reminder, you can always find the full step-by-step recipe on thekettleguy.com. I'll leave a link in the description. When I make smoked turkey, I don't actually use the drippings in my gravy. I've tried it a few times, and I personally just feel like the smoke flavor belongs inside the turkey. This gravy is so flavorful that you will not miss it. Okay, after 5 minutes of cooking, we're going to add our vegetables and herbs. In goes a couple stalks of celery, a couple carrots, and half a white onion. Next will be sage leaves, some fresh thyme, and fresh rosemary. Pro tip, around the holidays, you can sometimes find these 3 herbs in one poultry pack instead of buying them separately. After adding a few cloves of garlic, I'm going to cook this down until the vegetables get slightly tender and the meat gets more brown, about 7 to 8 more minutes. At this point, you've got one of the best aromas in the culinary world. This right here smells like Thanksgiving to me. It's time to add our chicken stock and aromatics. If you've got turkey stock or broth, you can use that, but it's pretty hard to find in most stores. The aromatics are a couple bay leaves and some black peppercorns. They're optional, so don't feel like you need to rush out to the store and get some if you don't have it on hand. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this video, it would really help me out if you gave it a thumbs up. Also, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm going to give a nod to one of my favorite Food Network chefs, Anne Burrell, who tragically passed away. She liked to say BTB-RTS, which is bring to boil and reduce to simmer. That's what we're going to do here, and we'll simmer our stock on medium-low for 1 hour. Checking in, we can see the stock is going to reduce, which is what we want to intensify those flavors. Okay, after an hour we can see the stock has reduced by about half, which is perfect. Alright, it's time to strain out the liquid, and for that I use a fine mesh strainer. If you're feeling snacky, the vegetables that come out of this broth are quite tasty. My chef's treat though is always the neck. It's a bit stringy but surprisingly good. If giblet gravy is your thing, you can save those now to chop up for later, but I'm really not a fan. Okay, we've got our delicious fortified stock and we're in the home stretch. If you've never done it before, making gravy from scratch can seem a bit scary at first, but as you'll see here, it really is quite easy. We'll start by making a roux, which is equal parts butter and flour. If you're using turkey drippings, you'll use that instead of butter. The butter is melted and it's time to whisk in the flour a little at a time. Once the flour is well incorporated, you want to continue cooking on medium-high heat for about 2 minutes. It's very important to not let the roux burn, so if it feels like it's in danger of burning, you want to reduce the heat. After a couple minutes of cooking, we're going to start whisking in our stock a little at a time. Just keep whisking and keep pouring, and try to incorporate the stock as best you can. Once all the stock has been added, we're going to bring this up to a low boil, whisking constantly. The gravy will start to thicken up as it gets to a boil. Just before it reaches a boiling point, I'm going to add a teaspoon of finely chopped sage leaves and salt and pepper to taste, about a quarter teaspoon each. While we did add herbs to the stock earlier, adding somewhat fresh sage now really ties in those holiday flavors, and I think it's perfect for Thanksgiving turkey. At this point, the gravy is done. If you like the consistency, you could take it off the heat now, or you can let it go a little longer if you want it a bit thicker. For me, this is just about perfect. If you do want to see how I spatchcock my turkeys, a video for that's going to pop up on the left side of your screen. I'm also going to leave a link in the description for my whole smoked turkey recipe. And again, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up.